Welcome to the Chief Architect Quick Tip. Today we'll be covering storage in Chief Architect Premier. If you're new to Chief Architect, you can download a trial version through chiefarchitect.com and work with our sample plans. I'll be working within the Copper Ridge sample plan today. So we're going to focus on this room inside of our garage. Let's get into a 3D view here. I'm going to go up to our perspective camera and use our full camera. This will enable us to be standing in the room, and this will bring up our 3D perspective. So let's work with our cabinet tools first. Within Chief Architect we have many different storage options. I like working with the cabinet tools specifically. We're going to get into that base cabinet first, so let's bring that right down onto the plan, single click and drop that into place. I'm going to single click on that base cabinet again, and we'll have some different editing handles here. So let's just drag that out. And at the bottom we also have additional editing tools. So let's change that width. Let's do 48 on that. And then as we come down we'll have controls over the different aspects of the cabinet. I'm going to remove the backsplash and then select our preview. When I select that drawer, it's going to bring me right to our front tab, so we can control all of the different components of this cabinet. So with this cabinet, we'll be placing a double drawer, and I'm going to change that height. Let's do 9 inches. Now for the doors, let's remove those. So under that drop down, we can just go right down to opening here to have that open area. It'll expose the automatic shelving that's been placed. So let's open up that specify shelves and drop that down to 0. So once I select OK, everything will update in our plan. Let's just bump that right over to our wall, copy it, and drag that copy onto the other side. Okay, now let's get back up into our cabinet tools and let's drop in some wall cabinets. We also have the shelf and partition tools up here, so those are great for any other custom designs as well. With that wall cabinet, I'm just going to bump it right up to the wall. Within Chief Architect, these objects are considered smart objects, so they're going to bump up to the wall and to each other, making design pretty efficient for you. I'm going to just drag that out and open it up for specification. I'm going to select that front again, and let's change that to an opening. So that's going to expose all of our shelving. I want to have a nice large countertop area, so I want to delete the bottom here. So we can just select that and hit delete as well. Now let's get into our shelving and specify that a bit further. Under manual, I'm going to change that to 4. So you can hit tab on your keyboard to update all of these previews, and then we'll have different options with our shelf spacing. We'll also have different types, so you can do adjustable or stationary, rollout, deep tray. So let's get into different spacing here. So for shelf 1, I want to make this space 12, actually let's do 14 inches. So let's change that space to 14, hit tab to update, and work our way up. So we'll do 10 here, and let's do 9. We'll just make it an even 9. And for 4, we'll do the same. Make that an even 9 as well. Alright, that looks great, so we'll update everything here, and copy it, and slide that over as well. So in this cabinet, I want to remove this top shelf. So let's open that back up, and under the front tab, we can just get rid of one of those. So let's drop that down to 3, hit tab, and that's just going to remove that 4th shelf and keep the other 3 shelves spaced correctly for us. Now let's place some storage in our unit here. So I'm going to get into my library. We have the core catalogs and then the bonus catalogs, manufacturers and user catalogs. I'm going to get into the bonus. These are monthly items that we come out with, generic items, and the latest release was the Home Essentials. So let's get in that one and into our supply area. Well, we have quite a few different options, and I'm going to get into two different views while I'm placing these. Under Window, we can tile vertically, and we'll have shortcuts to help you out there as well. And in our 3D view, I'm just going to pan over. You can use your scroll wheel, just hold it down to pan, and you can scroll in or out to zoom in and out. In our floor plan, you can do the same thing, or we'll also have different zoom tools on that right-hand toolbar. So I'm just going to marquee around the room to bring it into place here. Let's do a first aid kit. It's always good to have first aid kits in your work area. And then let's get into some different jars. So I'm going to just drop in some jars here, and those will automatically locate to our countertop. So we'll just put in 4 there. I'm going to multi-select. Just by holding down Control on your keyboard, you can multi-select and move them at the same time, or you can also open them as well. So let's just open all of those and change the floor to bottom. I've already done some calculations, so we're going to change that to 81 to bring those up. Alright, so we have that positioned. There's another option. You can also just place in some different jars here. We're going to do the same type of thing for, and then we'll move him over. So again, I'm just going to multi-select on all 4. And while I have them all selected, we have another tool. At the bottom, we have Make Architectural Block. So that will block all of these together, so they are considered one unit. So we can move them at the same time. And let's get into our 3D view here. So with one click, it'll select all of them. And let's move those up. We can bring those up. Let's copy, bring those up again, and so forth. So it's pretty easy to place all of your different items in both that 2D and 3D area. And I've already blocked together some other items from the supply, like our grain bags and the 5-gallon buckets. So let's get into my own custom library. That's what this user catalog is all about. Creating your own folders, doing architectural blocks, and so forth. So let's get into my own storage folder here. And I have some stacked grain bags. So I'll select those, and then let's just drop them into our 2D view here. And then we'll move those. And we could just do another copy. Actually, those are kind of big for that area. Let's just rotate those around. And then I also have some architectural storage accessories for the other side. I'm just going to drop those into place here and rotate those around and bring those back. So very easy to accessorize in the program and to get all of those components for your storage completed in there. And as you noticed, when I placed in my lantern, the lighting changed a little bit. So all of the different lighting components will adjust your perspectives as well. So I'm going to rotate around just a little bit here and work on our wall. Under our bonus catalogs, we also have the utility storage folder. So I'm going to get into the double rail, and in our 2D view, I'll just drop that in. And then we'll get into a shelf here, and let's just drop that in. Alright, in our 3D view, I'm going to select that and I'm going to drag that up. And we're going to copy this. Instead of using that copy and paste tool, we also have a transform replicate option. So we can single click on that transform replicate. I want to make 3 copies here, and I want them all to be spaced evenly. So I want 14 inches, and I want them to move down. So we'll do the negative 14 inches. Select OK, and then everything is spaced correctly for us. So pretty efficient with that transform replicate option as well. And then we can also single click on each of those components, block those together so it's one unit, and then we have this add to library option, so you can add that to your library, title that your own storage shelving, and have your own custom architectural blocks. So I also have some different gardening accessories to drop on here. We'll place those right in here. Click and drag, bring those right over. And then with this architectural block tool, you can go right back down to the bottom and explode those. So then you can control each individual item. And let's just bring those down a little. There we go. And then I also have another architectural block configuration. Let's just zoom around here to behind the door. We'll keep moving around the door here in our 3D view. And I'm going to get into my pegboard unit. So we have pegboard, we have all of the different kind of utility areas that you can use in this space. So just click and drop that right into place and then move it over a little bit. I have some yard tools as well. And we'll rotate those and drag those back as well. So very efficient to work right within your 3D and 2D views to get your storage components completed. On the other side, I just wanted to show you one more option. We have different wire storage racks as well. So I have this utility with some different storage bins. I'm just going to drop those in as well to complete our storage room. So very easy within Chief Architect using our cabinet tools, using the different library items to complete your space, get the space planning as well as your aesthetics completed to create your custom storage space. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip and invite you to download our free trial version. Check out those sample plans through the sample gallery. And we also have how-to articles that will walk you through different projects or talk with other users through our users forum, Chief Talk. Feel free to contact us with any questions and have a wonderful day. Thank you.